All right, hello, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. So today I need to finish prepping some journaling bundles that I'm gonna have at my vendor market. And one of the things I want to do is I like to make stickers to include in those, and I want borders for these. So I have a couple different sizes, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna carve out some stamps for them. Hopefully this will work okay. But that way I can have borders for all of them. So quickly, I'm just gonna attach these stickers on here, and this is just so I can get the size, because like I said, I have several different sizes of stickers that I want to make borders for. This is a lino block that you can carve out for stamping. So I'm hoping this will work well. Whoops. And that should be enough space for all of them, I think. Is that all the sizes that I need? Let's see. I'm not going to do the round ones. Oh, I do also have, so I'll just tear off one of these. These are the edges of index cards. So I have printable index cards that I found at the what would you call it? The thrift store. And so they come, I'll show you the actual index card. But so they come like this to print, and then they have these squares on the side of them that are perforated. And I just think it's fun. So what I'll do first, I'm sorry if the lighting is off. I've gotten to the time of day where the sun literally just like beats in on me, and I have it somewhat covered, but I need to find a means to cover my window better. It's that time of year from late spring to early fall. My entire room just lights up, and I can't work with anything metallic during that time because it shines so bright. So I gotta get coverings for my windows. That's all there is to it, but hopefully it's not going to be too bad for you guys today. So I'm just going to trace around these shapes really fast. And then I can decide how I want to do the borders for them. A lot of these, because I do like the numbers, like specimen numbers and stuff, is one of the things that I really like to include. And then I do some that are my own illustrations. But I thought, instead of trying to do, since, you know, I make a lot of these journaling bundles, instead of trying to do each and every single sticker, that it would be easier to make some templates for stamps and then carve out the stamps and make it easier on myself. So hopefully this works. Fingers crossed. Y'all are going to come along with me to find out if it does. That is, if you decide to stick around. This may not be for you. And I may design a couple other stamps too. I'm not sure. I haven't quite 100% decided what all I'm doing today. I just know I want to get some borders for these, so very good. Now I'll remove the stickers. And I am just placing these back on the pieces I took them off from. Come on. Because they're still usable. Don't want to waste them. Okay. So I am by no means an expert stamp maker. I have done a few. I can show you. So the very first stamp that I ever created was actually my logo, to be able to put on my prints and stuff, even on the back of my original paintings, just because it makes it a little easier. And then I did kind of a little music theme at one point. Oops. I've got some lines just for texture. And then I did a little witch theme. So I've got a cat and a hat and then a little potion bottle. And then I have a couple of botanicals. These are the most used ones because, yeah, you know, I'm a botanical person. So, all right, let me put those back to the side and grab my little pieces here. This set I got off of Amazon. I'll link it down below if you're interested in it. Honestly, it's not the best. I'd like to invest in a much better one at some point, but for now, I think that it'll work just fine. Be very careful with these. They're very sharp if you do get any of them. And the first thing I'm gonna do is just separate all of these. Okay, so now I'm going to go around. Don't worry, that was the most perilous part. And I don't throw away these extra pieces. You can use them to make tiny little stamps and stuff. But I'm going to go around now and work away from yourself when you're doing this part. I'm just going to go, and I'm not trying to make this completely perfect because pretty much everything I make has kind of like a vintagey, grungy kind of aesthetic to it. So I don't want this to be perfect. I could have cut a little farther away from the side on this one, but that's okay. It'll still work. And I'm just going to clean up the edge of the borders here really quickly. Again, not worrying about it being perfect. If you can't tell by, whoops. If you can't tell, I hope you're not shaking too much up there. Can't tell, I like to make things a little messy. So, I will do this. Just go around the edges of all of these and clean them up. Okay, so I'm quickly going to go around just to give myself a basic shape to follow. Again, it's not going to be perfect. I don't want it to be perfect. I'm just going to give a little bit of a border to cut out here. Around the corners in this one. Why? 'Cause I can. Because why not? so. And final one. Man, I'm really hoping this sun isn't bothering you guys too much. I promise I will come up with a solution soon. I just haven't figured out what that is yet. Okay, so like I said, just a really basic shape there. I'm going to use the same piece to go along the inside, and then I have a larger piece here that I can use to clean out the bigger areas. So I will do that. Okay, so I have the basic shapes done, and what I'm gonna do is move these out of the way. Just test these really quick to see how they're looking. And I might age them up a little bit. Oh, I forgot to, I need the smaller one again. I might age them up a little bit, like take a few notches out here and there. Sorry, the sun is blinding me. I'm a little distracted at the moment. And then I can also see where I need to clear off some. So like this is still a little too high, as is this little slice. So I can clear those out and then decide if I want to add any extra texture to this. I think I will take a little bit more off here because it's just a little too thick. And then you can see I already created a little notch there, so I'll just take that little piece off there. Maybe a little bit here. Something like that. And then do it again. Yep, happy with that. So there's one. And I will just do the exact same thing with all the others. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here for right now. I definitely will be back to work on this a little bit more, but I literally can't see anything because the sun's right in my eyes. So I will go take care of some housework and stuff until the sun goes down a little bit more, and then I'll be back with you guys. Okay, so quickly off camera, I did shave down the sides of these a little bit better because since I'm using them as borders, I want to be able to see the size of it a lot better than if they were coming all the way off here. So I just trimmed those down a little bit, well, shaved them down more like, and now we're going to test to see if they will work. So I think we'll start with the smallest one. And I have these labels. Pretty much all of this stuff I got at my local thrift store. And I'm gonna go with the gathered twigs because that is the color that I used on my journal bundles. So let's see if this will work. This is really hard to do where I can't see. Looking straight down is a lot easier for this, but did it work? It works! I just didn't get ink on that side. Dang it. Okay, let's try it again. Yes, perfect. Okay, so we know that one works. Let's try the next size, where did they go? Where did they go? There. Is this one. And these ones are like right next to each other, so they're going to be a little different. But I think we should still be able to do it. I think I went a little crooked on that. That's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect every time. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that totally worked. And you can see I overlapped the top one a little bit, but that's okay. Let's try one more. So, try to line this one up a little bit better. Yep, I just came off on this side, but that's okay because I can fix that. Yeah, okay, this is gonna work. Let's try our square. Well, it's kind of more of a rectangle, isn't it? But it's square-ish. So it's definitely a rectangle, not a square, but don't judge me. Don't judge me. I won't judge you. Okay, let's give this a try. Make sure I got ink on everywhere. And this would be a lot easier to do if I could stand up straight to do it, looking down on it, but I can't at the moment, so. Not in record for you. I'd have my shadow over the whole dang thing. Ah! It works! Fun. Okay. So now let's try the big one. And that goes with this. Let me... Okay. And yeah, I think this is going to go a lot smoother when I can stand above them, which is what I'll do once we make sure this one will work. And then I'll come back and show you how I decorate them. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I like those. So obviously this one went a little wonky. That's okay. We'll be able to fix it. But yeah. Cool. Do I want to add... Could add some staining on them as well so they're not so white. That's usually what I do. Yeah, something more like that. So yeah, I'm quickly going to go ahead and stamp the borders all around these, and then I'll be back to show you what I do with the rest of the decorating. Okay, so I got the borders on all the pieces. I'm going to include 4 of these kind of rectangular pieces in each one. And then there's 8 of these like mid-size stickers, 12 of these small ones, and 2 of these bigger ones. And then I'm going to include a card in them as well. Oh, really quickly, I did remember, I wanted to show you what I meant by journaling bundles. So, this is what comes in each of them. So it's a 36-page mini journal. This one's really small. It's like the size of my palm. Here, I can measure it quickly. So this one is 2 3/4 by 3.5. So it's almost like ATC size. This one here is an 80-page 2-signature journal. And these ones, whoops, I keep trying to measure in centimeters. These ones are 4 1/4 by 5.5. And then I include a little pocket with the ephemera that we're making right now, as well as a bookmark with each of those. So I'm going to, for this one, I'm going to use 3 colors. So we already used the gathered twigs, so I'll be using the gathered twigs. I'm going to be putting in some background elements, some textures and stuff with the frayed burlap. And then for like the more main focal points, I'm going to use ground espresso. So as we used gathered twigs for all the rest of them, I'm going to use it for this one as well. Okay, so now I'm going to do the background stamping with the frayed burlap. And I'm going to use several different stamps for this, so let me quickly show you. Whoa. Now I'm just making messes. So I have this set. I have no idea where I got this one from, but this one I know I got from Journal Say, and it's text and charts kind of stuff. And then I have both of these, I believe, are also from Journal Say. And then I have a couple, like this one's just a texture. This one is a little floral with a bird. And then I have these 2 that I'll use to add a little extra texture. And these were all from my local thrift shop, so. Using the frayed burlap, I'm just gonna start adding some textures to these. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the ground espresso, but there's some of these that I want to actually like hand make. So like do a hand drawing or hand painting or something on. So one of those is gonna be this card. So I'm gonna set that to the side. I'm gonna do 2 of these since there's 4 in total. And I think I'll do these 2, so I'll put that to the side. So we'll decorate this one. And then these smaller ones, I am going to stamp all of these because those are a little too small to do drawings on. And then I was thinking doing 2 of these. Maybe one with each different kind of design. So I'll do it like that. So these are the ones we're gonna stamp. And I think we'll start with the smallest one. So for this, I have these numbers. I'm missing a 5. It makes me very sad. But what I'm going to do is I need the smallest of these numbers to be able to fit on here. So I'm gonna grab a smaller acrylic block. This one's much too big for this. So I'll use this teeny one. Isn't it so cute? So tiny. But I'm just gonna build up numbers for that. And I'm also going to use... come here. This stamp set. This is by Tim Holtz and Stampers Anonymous. I forget what it's called. I'll look up the name and I'll put a link to it. I know it's available at Simon Says Stamp, so I'll make sure to link that for you guys. And I'm just going to get to putting some focal points on these. And I'm realizing that color's just a little too close, so I'm actually going to go back to using my archival ink. I was a little worried that was going to happen. I really, really want the Scorched Timber ink, but I haven't had the opportunity to get it yet, so we'll just go with black. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, so I will just quickly go through and add a couple numbers on here. Okay, so there's those ones. Cute. And now we'll work on these medium ones. Let's see, for these, I think I'm gonna use some more of this Stampers Anonymous. Okay, so I love how these are turning out, but I do feel like maybe this one, at least this one, maybe this one needs a little something extra. So I have these really teeny tiny little leaves here I think would look cute. So we'll add some of those. So there's 1 and 2. Whoops. 2 done. Let's work on these ones now. And I think I'm gonna stick with the kind of florally theme for this. If you look at, so I kind of take everyone by itself, but you can tell in this one it has lots of text and texture in the background, and then it does have some floral elements. So I want to keep with that. And I have just tons of these. I think I got them in a pack on Amazon and it came with like 20 or something. But I'm just gonna find a couple elements to put. I think maybe we want to do a little butterfly here. So I have this little one, yeah. Okay, so that is all of the ones that I'm going to stamp. So I did use a little sentiment. We've got a bunch of numbers and some signage. These ones here. And then these 2 little cards here. And the next thing I'll do, and I'm gonna do this off camera because I kind of like to do it while I'm watching TV. If you guys are interested in seeing how I do this, I would actually recommend that you go watch, shoot, I just lost her name. She's the Creative Cove on YouTube. And she does this kind of stuff all the time. But basically, I'm just going to draw a couple botanicals, and then I will see you guys once that's done. Okay, so I was going to do this off camera, but then I thought, you know what, screw it. I thought maybe you guys would enjoy watching it. So I'm going to go ahead and put a couple floral elements on these. And for that, you can do several different things, you know, look up pictures online and such. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use these. So these are my, from my 100-day project. And I'm just going to go through and find ones. Obviously, I don't want those. Those are fruits. But find some of the flowers and use these as reference. So we have already a couple sunflower kind of daisy-ish ones. So I'll use one of those. I do really enjoy that sweet pea. Well, we could do the hawthorn. Hawthorn's nice. So yeah, I'm just gonna choose a couple of these and use them as references to draw pictures on the rest of the ephemera. All right, and there we have it. So all of these will now go into this little pouch for the journal bundle. And yeah, I'm really happy with how these stamps turned out. Very fun. I did do a little bit of black splatter on everything, not too much. I just wanted to add a little bit of extra contrast in them. But we've got little stickers and little cards to be able to use in the journals. I do also put a couple of extra scrap papers and stuff in them as well. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. I'm definitely gonna have to think about making more kinds of stuff like this, but these are the sizes that I pretty much always use, so I figured it would just be convenient now to be able to use them. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!